Hello everyone, welcome to Vidya Jyoti Basics of Biology. Our today's topic is excretion, which is an important life process. We eat food, our body, the cells of our body, they process this food and give us energy. But along with that, waste product is also generated. That waste product needs to be eliminated or excreted out of our body. So whenever we eat food, our body, the cells of our body, they process this food and give us energy. But along with energy, waste is also generated. And excretion is the process of removal of this harmful metabolic waste from the body. If we talk about plants, in plants, they excrete their waste product in the form of oxygen. Oxygen is their waste product which they release from the stomatal pores. The same way, water loss by transpiration is also a process of excretion by the plants. Also, when the leaves of the tree or the plant, they get dried up, the plant body sends all its waste materials in that leaf so that when that leaf will wilt off, the waste product will also be excreted out from the plant body. Similarly, raisins and the tannins, these are some metabolic products of plants that are not useful for plants, so they release it to get rid of them. So this is how plants excrete. But what is the most important thing to us is to know about us, humans. Now let's understand what is human excretory system. As excretion is the process of removal of harmful waste from the body, human excretory system is the system which is responsible for removing harmful metabolic waste from the body in the form of urine. So urine is actually the liquid waste which is produced by our body. Now let's have a look at the human excretory system. Human excretory system has two kidneys, that is a pair of kidneys. If I am standing like this and this is my left hand, then this kidney will be the right kidney. If this is my left hand, this kidney will be the left kidney. And this is a very famous question in board exams. They will give you any system. For example, they give you excretory system. They'll ask you to draw excretory system and label left kidney. And students usually label this as left kidney because this is on the left side. No. This is the left kidney which is actually on the right side. Okay. So human excretory system has a pair of kidneys. From these kidneys there are these, if you can see, these are the pipes which are coming out of the kidney. Urine is formed here. It is transported out of the kidneys to the urinary bladder. So these ureters connect the kidneys and the urinary bladders. So there are two ureters from right kidney. The ureter is called right ureter and respectively from left kidney it is left ureter. So ureters connect kidneys to the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is the place where urine is stored till the time it is excreted out from the body. And it is excreted out from the body by using a part called urethra. So urethra is the part of body with the help of which urine excretes out from the body. Now these are two blood vessels. The red one is the renal artery. As we have already seen that renal artery is the artery which carries blood from heart to the body parts. Now it is renal because it is supplying the blood from heart to the kidneys. Wherever we talk about the excretory system and the kidneys, the accessory parts are referred to as renal. So the artery which connects to the kidneys, which supplies oxygenated blood to the kidneys, is called renal artery. This blood is oxygenated. This blood comes from heart to the body part. In this case, this is kidneys. But this blood contains certain impurities which are not good, or we can say which are harmful for the body, and that needs to be excreted out from the body. So blood from renal artery goes to the kidneys. In kidneys, this blood is actually filtered. This blood is actually purified. From this, all the waste substances are removed, and the pure blood, the filtered, the clean blood is again sent back to the heart via renal vein. So the vein is that blood vessel which carries blood from body part to heart. That is why it is called vein. Though now it is carrying blood which is clean. So don't get confused that it is vein but it is carrying clean blood. I have told this. Now let's see how this urine is formed. That means how when the blood goes into these kidneys, how this blood is actually filtered, how this blood is actually cleaned, and the waste product that is formed, that is urine, how its formation takes place. So 3 tubes enter the kidneys, that are renal artery, renal vein and ureter. Same are shown here. The red one is the renal artery, from which the impure or the dirty blood enters the kidneys. So impure blood enters the kidney via renal artery, and this renal artery then divides into several small arteries called arterioles or capillaries, which supply the dirty blood to individual nephrons of the kidneys. Each kidney contains lakhs of nephrons, around 10 lakh nephrons. So nephron is that fundamental unit of the kidney which actually cleans the blood. Nephron has 3 units: glomerulus, Bowman's capsule and tubules. An enlarged structure of nephron is shown here. So this is that capillary, or we can say the arteriole, which carries the dirty blood into the nephron. It carries the dirty blood into the nephron. This artery or the arteriole which carries dirty blood into the nephron is called afferent arteriole. A for apple. Afferent arteriole. Now from afferent arteriole, blood enters the glomerulus of the nephron. Glomerulus is the tuft of capillaries. These tuft of capillaries are actually the main functional part of nephron. Here the blood is filtered. The dirty substances in the blood are filtered out and are collected here. And the pure blood, it exits from the glomerulus from efferent arteriole. E for exit, E for efferent arteriole. From here the pure blood takes exit from the nephron. But what happens is, along with the waste products, some useful molecules also pass on to the Bowman's capsule, to this area. This area is called, this cup-shaped structure is called Bowman's capsule. This is the second unit of nephron. The waste material then passes through this tubular structure, which is the third unit of nephron. It passes through this tubular structure, and along with it passes, I am showing it with a different color now, efferent arteriole, to differentiate between this tubule of nephron and the arteriole which will be coiled around it. The efferent arteriole actually coils around this tubular structure of nephron, something like this. So whichever useful substances that were passed on into this tubule, they need to be returned to the blood because they are useful for the body. The purpose of nephron, the purpose of glomerulus, the purpose of kidneys is to excrete out the waste, to filter out the waste, harmful product from the body, not the useful product from the body. So this efferent arteriole, it coils around the tubular structure of nephron, and while passing through this tubule, the useful products that were passed on into the tubule, they are returned to the blood. These useful materials are returned to the blood. That means from this black tubule, that is the tubule of nephron, to the efferent arteriole. Similarly, if there were some harmful substances which were left in the blood and were not passed into the Bowman's capsule, those substances now here will pass on from blood to the tubule. So there will be a complete separation of waste product and the useful product. The useful products from nephron tubule will go to the efferent arteriole tubule, and the waste products from the efferent arteriole, if any, and the excess of water will be released into the tubule, which is shown in the black color. So after all the reabsorption, after all this separation, now this efferent arteriole contains pure, or we can say clean blood. Now this clean blood will be supplied to the body again, and the waste material which is collected in this tubule will be supplied to this. This is actually collecting duct. Collecting duct means the duct, the pipe, the tube which collects urine. So the pure blood will pass on to the body via, see here, this is the tubule. This tubule is actually this in this structure, and it will pass on to the ureters. So the urine collected in the collecting tubule will be passed on to the ureter, and similarly the lacs of collecting ducts will pass on their urine to the ureter, and ureter will pass it on to the urinary bladder, forming urine, and the pure blood will go into this. This is renal vein. Renal vein contains the pure blood, and it will then go from a body part, kidney, to the heart. That is why it is vein, but it carries the clean blood. So by now, I hope the structure of nephron and its working is clear to you all. This is the main concept to understand in human excretory system.